guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mary here from Layers of Chic, and today I'm going to be doing a spring hair and makeup look. So I want to say first of all that I am by no means a beauty expert, but I figured I would just show you guys how I do my makeup. It's a little bit more on the simpler side, so for those of you who are also more into simple routines and not having too many steps in your makeup routine, this might be a helpful tutorial for you. And I am gonna go ahead and get started. So from a makeup standpoint, the first thing I do are actually my eyebrows and my eyes. I actually learned this from a master class taught by Makeup by Mario. And the reason for that is that way your skin can breathe while you work on your eyebrows and your eyes. So I'm also gonna go ahead and start with my eyebrows. As you can see, I have very sparse eyebrows, so I don't have a lot of eyebrow hair, and the color is also very light. So I just want to add a little bit of definition to them. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Winky Lux brow pencil. And this brow pencil is great because it has the two sides. It's got this side, which you use to fill in your brows, and then it also has this side, which you can use to blend out the color. What I'm doing, I'm just simply filling it in. I'm just kind of drawing it in. There's no exact science to it. I just fill it in until I feel like there aren't any sparse parts, and then I just do this to blend it out. So now that I've got my brows done, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and set them. And I've been using this Aveda Mineral Loose Powder. So this is essentially a setting powder. It goes on pretty clear, so it's really great to use as a way to set your makeup. So basically just shake out some powder. Then I use this Bare Minerals blending brush. Just dab it and shake it a little bit. And then I just simply smooth it over my eyebrows. And this just helps set the makeup. And then I'm just going to set this aside to use later to set the rest of my makeup. So next I'm going to move on to my eyes, which is usually always my favorite part to do because it involves a lot of fun colors. And you guys know I love my color. First thing I'm going to use is this Bare Minerals Gen Nude Eyeshadow Primer. And what this primer does is that it just helps your eyeshadow stay put. I'm just going to smooth it on. So as I mentioned, I don't like to put a lot of makeup on, especially when it comes to creams and foundations and things like that. So I go pretty lightly with everything that I put on. So as you guys can see, I am not doing a lot at all. I'm just putting a little bit on my crease. So now that I have my primer on, I am going to go ahead and do the eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and use this Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. And this has been one of my favorite palettes this season. The colors are so pretty. So this is the palette, and as you can see, it has all these really beautiful pinkish, reddish, and rose gold tones. It also has some really nice neutral tones in there as well. So I'm gonna use this to create a really pretty, soft and feminine spring eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna start with Hotspot, and for this what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use this to highlight under my brows, and then also it's gonna act as a base color for the eyeshadow. And as you guys can see, because I don't have the double eyelids, it's a little bit harder for me to do like a darker base color just because it doesn't look as natural. So I typically just do like a lighter base color, and then I'll just kind of make sure to blend it out here so that it looks more natural. So next I'm going to go ahead and do this color, which is called Bang Bang. And it is this super pretty pink color that I think it's just perfect for spring. It's so feminine. And for this, what I do is I kind of pat it on there just so that it creates a more natural look. I always shake off the excess amount so that I don't put too much on there by accident. And then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and do this Turn On shade, and this is a really pretty light gold shade. And because this is more of a daytime look, I'm going to do this shade rather than some of the darker shades like Ambitious, for example, which I think would be more suited for nighttime. And this is a really light shade, so this is just going to add a little bit of dimension to the look rather than pigmentation. And then lastly, I'm just going to go ahead and use this blending brush again just to blend everything out. And now I'm going to go ahead and do some eyeliner. So I'm actually known for using colorful eyeliner, so I never do black or brown eyeliner like ever because I just love a pop of color. And for spring, I'm gonna go ahead and use this really pretty Wonder 2 eyeliner in this gorgeous emerald green color. And the reason I chose this for today is because I'm actually wearing a green skirt, which you'll be able to see at the end of the video. You'll be able to see my complete hair, makeup, and outfit look. And for eyeliner, I always put it on my bottom lid because, as I mentioned, I don't have the double eyelid. So if I put it on my top lid, no one can see it, which to me is pointless. And I really like the way that if I put it on my bottom lid, it actually just adds a really nice pop of color. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with a blending brush. And as you can see, it's a really, really vibrant color. It's very pigmented, but I just love the way it looks. I just love the way that it just adds a pop of color. It's almost like an electric green, and it's so pretty. And then lastly, to finish off the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and do mascara. And my favorite mascara is the Dior Show mascara. It is amazing. I've tried so many mascaras, and this one is one that I consistently come back to. It just makes my lashes look super long and also voluminous. So now that the eyes are done, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the face. And the first thing I do before I put on any makeup is I always make sure to do sunscreen. And you guys, I did not wear sunscreen for so much in my life. I've only recently, in the past 2 years, started to wear sunscreen every single day, and I really, really regret that decision. I actually was on a brand trip with PCA Skin last year. They actually took a test of my true skin age, and my true skin age was actually 1 year older than my actual skin age, which is not great. And the reason for that in the test, it said, was because I have a lot of sun damage and sunspots. And it's really, really hard to actually reverse sun damage. So that's why now I've been really concentrating on making sure to wear sunscreen every day and make sure that I don't get any further sun damage. So for my sunscreen, I've been using the PCA Skin Weightless SPF. And this is the only sunscreen that I've used that I know that feels super lightweight on your skin. Like, it is so light, it almost feels like water. It also doesn't have like a heavy scent, so I really like to use this, especially when I'm about to put makeup on, just so that it doesn't feel like I'm putting so much stuff on my skin. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Paula's Choice Smoothing Primer Serum. And this, as you can see, this is like a very clear consistency, and it just makes my face super smooth and makes it ready before I apply makeup. And it goes on very smoothly, and it kind of just like smoothes out your skin. And sometimes I like to just like pat my face just so that like everything absorbs before I go ahead and do my foundation. So for my foundation, I'm going to use the Aveda foundation, and this one is a compact one. And the great thing about this foundation is that it can be worn either dry or wet. So if you apply it dry with like a brush or a beauty blender, basically what it does is that it gives you more full coverage, or you can apply it wet. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it wet with this wet beauty blender for light to medium coverage. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't like to have a lot of foundation on my face, so I think like medium coverage is perfect for me, especially for a daytime look. And I'm using the shade 2/Aster, and I really don't use a lot of foundation. Like, I like just to have a little bit on, just because I just hate the feeling of like foundation that's like caked on my skin. As you guys can see, it is a very, very light coverage, but I think it looks pretty good, and it looks very, very natural. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do under eye concealer, and this is a step that I've recently added to my makeup routine, so I never used to do that, but I've definitely seen the difference in it because it really does make your under eye area look brighter. And I do tend to have like kind of dark under eye areas because obviously life as a fashion blogger is very stressful. So for my concealer, I'm going to use this one from Kaja, and it's called Catnap. I also like this one because it comes in this very convenient applicator. So I draw a V under my eye, and then you could honestly blend it out with your fingers, but you know, since this is a makeup tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and do it the proper way, which is by using a mini beauty blender. So now that I'm done with my foundation and concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and set my makeup once again with the Aveda Mineral Loose Powder. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on there. And I'm going to use this Bare Minerals Supreme Finish brush. And once again, just make sure that you're tapping off the excess because you don't want like it to like have a bunch of products that's not like blended, because then it's just gonna make it look really caked on. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add on some bronzer. Bronzer is another step that I've recently added to my makeup routine, especially during the winter. I don't get a lot of color in my skin, so I do love using a bronzer. And I have recently been using this Too Faced one, and this one is amazing because it actually smells like chocolate when you open it. And I'm just gonna use this bronzing brush and just sweep it on my cheekbones. And I'm going to blend it out with this cycling brush, and this is probably one of the most important brushes in my makeup routine because it literally blends out everything. So I use this for my bronzer, my highlighter, and also my blush. So we are almost done. We just have highlighter and blush left. And for the highlighter, I'm going to show you guys an unconventional product. So I've been using this highlighter from Kaja Beauty, and this is called the Roller Glow. So as you can see, it comes in this really interesting package. So it comes with this roller, and you essentially use this roller to roll on the highlighter. So you pretty much just go like this. This is actually a lot of fun. You know, sometimes you just gotta make makeup fun. And then I basically just roll it on like this, and I roll it up to here. That way it looks very natural. So I can just kind of do this, see? The great thing about this is that you can use the roller to determine how much highlighter you want to put on. It's meant to be a buildable highlighter, so the more you roll on, the more highlighter you have, and then you can also use your fingers if you want even more coverage. And I also really like this highlighter because it's got like an iridescent effect. So like depending on the lighting and where you are, it actually like creates this like really pretty iridescent glow. And then the last step is blush. And for blush, I'm going to use this Jill Stewart Beauty Compact. First of all, let's talk about how beautiful is this compact. It's so pretty and feminine. This one just has really pretty pink shades that are perfect for spring. And what I like to do is I typically like to use all of these. I'm just gonna do a diagonal sweep so I get all of the colors. And I'm just gonna blend this out because it is a pretty pink color. And that's pretty much it for my face. And then the last thing I'm gonna do are my lips, and then we'll be done with the makeup. So for the lipstick, I'm going to use this Aveda lipstick in Papaya, and this is a really pretty coral shade, which coral is the Pantone color of the year, so it's definitely very in, and I also think it's just such a pretty color for spring. The great thing about this lipstick is that it's very hydrating. It has more of a silky texture, so it's not as matte, so it won't dry out your lips, and it makes it easier to apply without a lip liner. So for me, I'm like always on the go, and I don't really have like the patience to put on lip liner every time I have to put lipstick on. So this is really great because it's not super matte. It is easy to apply even if you don't have lip liner on. And this is the completed makeup look. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do hair, and I'm gonna show you guys a really simple hairstyle. And when I mean simple, I mean like one product and a hair accessory. I get pretty lazy about my hair, and I just want something easy and quick but still looks good. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys today. And this is also one of the hairstyles that I do the most often, especially when I'm in a rush but I still want my hair to look cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Aveda Hair Texture Tonic. So this product can be used on either damp hair or dry hair. So ideally you would put it on when you're first coming out of the shower when you wash your hair, but since today I've got second day hair, so I worked out on this hair yesterday and it's already pretty like, it's kind of like piecey already, but I just want to add a little bit more texture to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray the hair texture from the middle of my hair down to the bottom. And by the way, this also smells amazing. Like I can't even describe what it smells like, but it just smells like, I mean, it honestly kind of smells like spring. Like it just smells very like fresh, not perfumey at all. I hate hair products that smell perfumey, and this one doesn't smell perfumey. And what I do is I kind of just like brush it through and like kind of crunch it in so that it adds more texture. So as you guys can see from this side to this side, like as you can see, my hair already has a lot more like texture and volume just from that. And this is basically my holy grail product because it essentially adds texture and volume to your hair. So especially if you have very thin hair like me, this is really the perfect product. And it's also very lightweight, so it's not gonna make your hair like feel crunchy. Like it would if you were to use a hairspray, which is really great. And then to finish off this hair look, I am simply gonna go ahead and add a headband. I actually wore headbands for a whole year in college, so this is definitely my look. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna tuck my hair back just because I want to show off the pretty earrings. And that's another great thing about headbands, is that it really does allow you to show off your earrings. That is pretty much the look. So as you can see, this instantly transformed my hair. Like before, my hair had no style and it just didn't look good, but with the texture tonic and the headband, I instantly feel like I look like I'm ready to go out. So now that I've got my hair and makeup ready, I'm actually gonna go out and shoot my outfit, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. It's spring, it's spring.